Welcome to another episode of the Quip Corners Book Corner. Yes, part of the summer reading series. You'll see my next guest's bio right after this. See you in the Quip Corners Book Corner. Well, welcome to the Quip Corner with Ada. Actually, the Quip Corners Book Corner, Kim. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here, and thank you for having me and allowing me to be on your platform. It's really a great opportunity.
Yeah. Well, it's one thing to have a platform. It's another thing for people to join you on the platform. So, at the risk of our trading thank yous, I'd like to thank you again for being here.
You're welcome.
So we're here to talk about your book.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. My book is From Pain to Power, A Journey of Self-Discovery. This book for me, I wrote it in the beginning originally for me. It was a way to kind of break free from the things I've gone through because it's kind of a mini memoir almost, but it kind of summarizes my life up until this point about different struggles that I've had. Now, as I began to actually write the book, I realized it wasn't just for me that I was writing it for, but for also other people who are going through similar struggles, and they could be different struggles. I know whether it's low self-esteem, depression, whatever you're dealing with, it's about overcoming.
Nice. Oh, that's so good to hear. I with some of the other authors I've had the privilege of interviewing, I continue to say that when we tell our story, we give others permission to step up, own their stories, and also tell their stories so that healing can come.
Absolutely. The feedback I have gotten has pretty much been very similar to what you said about being transparent. And when you're transparent, it allows other people to be more comfortable about saying what their truth is.
Yes.
Because maybe you're not comfortable talking about it, and that really is okay. But when someone else steps up and says, hey, this is what I've gone through, and this is how I dealt with it, then they're more comfortable to say, hey, well, let me talk about what I went through. And then they're more able to deal with what they've gone through or what they are currently dealing with.
That's so true. That's so true. And, I like the saying that I don't look like what I have been through.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Not at all.
Yeah.
Hair wouldn't look like this, I don't think.
Okay, so why don't you read something from your book to us, please?
Absolutely, absolutely. All right. I even marked the page so I wouldn't forget.
Nice.
So, this is kind of like in the first chapter or so, but it kind of speaks to what it goes on to be about as far as the book is concerned. I never spoke to my parents about the bullying, but simply dealt with it. Eventually, my entire life took on this idea that I should just deal with it. I never felt like I fit in, and life became a series of decisions to try to keep up with the Joneses and feel like I belong. As a kid, you just want to fit in. And when you feel like you don't, it causes a lot of pain. I did have friends, so I wasn't a true outcast, but I certainly never knew how I really felt inside since I didn't share that with them. As the saying goes, I suffered in silence.
Ooh.
So even like, for instance, at my book signing, one of my friends came from that I'd gone to school with in high school. He said, I never knew that you felt that way. He's like, I just never got that from you. I said, I got really used to putting on a front, and I got really used to just being okay and making everyone think that I was okay. But inside, I was dealing with so much, but I never told anybody. It was kind of like a cumulative thing, like it's one thing after another. And so instead of me, not internalizing those things that people may have said to me or did to me, I internalized them all and just was like, well, this is who I am.
Wow. So it's almost sounding like what you internalize inadvertently becomes your identity.
And that's absolutely what happened, because I took all those things. Most kids, when you're young, like, aha, you just laugh it off, and you truly, genuinely just laugh it off and you keep going. I laughed it off, but it didn't go anywhere. It literally just stayed with
Stuck.
me. And I just felt like that was who I was. That kind of defined who I was. And I felt like I was in a place of not belonging. And it just sat with me throughout my life. And different things happened in life, and it just was a domino effect.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah. So writing this book, like I said, it's been really freeing, because I've been able to really address those things and really sit down with myself and just say, hey, this is happening. It happened, but you're okay. You moved through it. You were
Yeah.
able to work through it. And
Yeah.
now is your chance to help others work through it.
Yeah. So, just listening, I'm wondering, what advice would you give your younger self?
Oh, wow. My younger self, I would definitely tell her to really just know that what people say doesn't matter. Their words are just that. They're simply words. It doesn't define who you are. It doesn't create who your future self will be. Just take them as words and move on and walk away from it. And take those words and make them motivation to be the best you that you can be. Now, is that hard to do? Absolutely. But you have the strength to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know that song, we used to sing as kids,
Mhm.
sticks and stones may break my bones, but
Oh,
words will never hurt
absolutely.
me. But words hurt.
They do. They really do. And I think we miss that part, is that words do hurt. And I think as a child, your parents like really push that into you. Sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but words will never hurt. But they do hurt. But I think we have to learn to actually address the fact that they do hurt, and address the feelings that come with them
Yeah.
when they hurt, so that you can move past those feelings and you can be in a better place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not getting stuck. I mean, don't let the words stick, and don't let everything that has been said cause you to get stuck in life.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't carry it around with you, because you carry it around with you. It goes from one situation to another situation, and it's just always there with you as a lingering effect.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so true. Wow.
Yeah. But
Well, I
you move
salute your
through it.
courage, in your telling your story.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much. I told my mom and I told my coach, I said, this for me is leading by example. I have to lead by example to those who are not ready to step out of their comfort zone quite yet. For those who still may not love themselves quite yet. I
Mm-hmm.
have to lead by example and show them that it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter when it happens. You can still love yourself. You can still be a better version of yourself. It doesn't matter time-wise, but you can get there, and you can step out of your comfort zone. Do it while you're afraid.
Nice. I like that.
Mhm. Do it while you're afraid.
Yeah. And so a couple people watching would wonder, how can I get this book?
Oh, my book is on Amazon. It's also on PayHip. On PayHip, I have for the actual autograph copy. So if you want me to
Mm,
sign the book, I actually have that on PayHip as coming from me directly. I ship them out, so I sign them and I ship them out.
okay. So we'll add both links. We'll say Amazon, and then we'll
Awesome.
put the second, because I know, people like me like autograph copies. I mean, I also, sell autograph copies of my books. So I love getting autograph. Like, I
It
know
makes
the
it special.
author.
It makes it really special. So, a prime example for me, Eric Jerome Dickey, I loved his books. He passed away, but I really have about 2 or 3 copies that he actually signed. So it really is important when you have a signed copy of a book that you love.
Yes, it is. It is. Well, thank you. I mean, it's just interesting to, meet people who are courageous enough to tell their story. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, no. Thank you for listening and allowing me to actually say my story. I never thought that I would be doing this, but this again goes back to me leading by example, and to do it while I'm afraid and just put it out there, because there's another woman and there's another young girl somewhere who
Yeah.
wants to tell her story, who wants to find some healing, but doesn't quite know how. So
Yeah.
this is definitely my way of allowing that to happen.
Mm. Well, thank you. Truly appreciate it.
Nope. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Did you notice that I was matching with the book cover? Okay, that's not what I wanted to say now. Did you notice anyway? Well, it was nice to hear how Kim is stepping up to tell her story. And I know that her book will free a lot of other people and also give them permission to tell their stories. Below this video, you'll see links on how you can get copies of her book, including autographed copies. See you in the next episode of the Corner with Ada. Bye now.